What's up, YouTube? So, what you're looking at right here is a bucket of lady cream peas. And I'm finna make like I can really shell this with one hand. I don't know. I'm doing a little something. Um, so, why am I showing y'all this? I pretty much wanted to do a video. Angela Gordon since requested, come here. You cannot escape me. And let me show y'all how many peas in here. It's actually quite a bit. How much is this bucket? I think this is a 1 gallon bucket. Yeah, this is like 1 gallon. This is an old bucket. Anyway, before I use my peas, I'm gonna wash them, so don't nobody say nothing. The bucket ain't filthy. It's just, y'all know how a used bucket is. Anyway, um, and it wasn't nothing toxic in this bucket, by the way. I just want to mention that. It was all natural product that was in this bucket. This how many peas in here? It's about a third of the way full, but y'all can just see how many lady cream peas in there. And the peas, they are dried. Some of them were more moist than others when I first put them in here. But when I shell them, I let them dry. But Angela requested a video because she was like, how many peas do you get, and that sort of thing. Because she said she was just a little confused and wanted me to clear it up. Now I answered the question in the comment section, but I'm gonna do a video because I know other people may be curious as well. So let me show you. These my lady cream peas. They dying out, but y'all can see they still trying to make flowers. They make pretty flowers. But they are slowing down quite a bit. It's not half as many pods on there. The pods aren't getting as big anymore. That's about the average size, but I usually get them even bigger than that. I got a lot down here that are ready. So that's how I get them off. I just grab the two, hold the stem, pull the pea pods back, and they usually break right off. Now, I harvest every day off of these. I usually harvest more than this. I usually harvest anywhere between 15 and 20 pods. So when I say they're slowing down, I mean it. But what I want to mention to you all is, I did a video and I talked about this before, but I'm going to reiterate it. Number one, these are field peas, not sugar snap peas. I will do a separate video on sugar snap peas or sugar snap type peas. Anything that's like Munch 2, sugar snaps, shelling peas, any of the ones that are the short green ones, the ones that the plant looks like this. Are they both peas and legumes? Yes. Felix, you do not like legumes. Anyway, are they in the pea family? Yes, but look at how this plant looks, because some of y'all really got to start paying attention to how a plant looks. When you pay attention to how the plant looks, you can tell that it's in the same family. Just like when you look at a tomato and you kind of see the furry leaves, and you look at an eggplant and you kind of see the furry leaves, that should let you know it's in a nightshade family. Same with potatoes. That's why you have potato leaf tomato plants. All of those are nightshades. They're all in the same family. That's why their flowers even look alike. Like if you look at this flower, it looks a lot like a potato bloom. This also looks a lot like an eggplant bloom. You get what I'm saying? Just like that's a butterfly pea blossom. This is a pea blossom. It hadn't opened up yet, but that's on a sugar snap pea. This is on a lady cream pea. Y'all see the flowers look alike? Now I'm gonna tell you where the difference lies. Y'all see the leaves don't look alike. Field peas will have 3 leaves for the most part. 1, 2, 3 like that. These kind of peas, they kind of vine. They have 2 on each side, and they have tendrils. Now these don't make tendrils. When they get around it, they'll wrap, the vine itself wraps around. They don't have tendrils. Yes, they're both in the legume family. They're both peas, but these peas are different from these peas. If you see these, this is your summer kind. Don't plant these in the fall. Please don't, because they're just gonna die. They like the heat. Field peas like the heat. anything purple hull pea, lady cream pea, crowder peas, any of those peas like that. They love the heat. Any what we call cow peas. And yes, cows do eat them. You better not let a cow in your pea patch. They'll eat it all the way down to nubs. So these are the kind of peas I'm gonna talk about today. I will talk about those peas over there later, but I want you all to pay attention. These are the ones you plant in the early spring when it's cool, and the fall, because they hate the heat. You understand? So do not plant these when it's summertime and then expect to get peas. Do not plant these when it's fall time and expect to get peas. All right. So now that we got that part straightened out, Angela also asked. Ooh, I see one that's ripe. Angela asked, you know, well, she said she's not able. Well, that broke off. She said she's not able to really ever get enough peas to make a meal, and she was wondering how does that work. Let me explain this to y'all, because I know somebody before told me that somebody told them, wait until all your peas on your plant is ready and then pick them. So when they all look like this, pick them. Now, you can do that, but let me tell you this. That tactic is a commercial grower's tactic. That is not something as a home grower I would recommend. Let me tell you why. This is how plants work. The whole purpose of plants is for them to make seeds, for them to continue on for the next year. So in the wild, this plant would make these peas. Nobody would come pick them. The pods would dry up. The peas are inside, which are the seeds. They would hit the ground. When spring comes, those seeds would then germinate. That plant and its genetics would then live on. It's the same thing with a tomato. If nobody ever picks the tomatoes, they hit the ground. The seeds come up as volunteers. Those plants continue on. That's the whole purpose of a plant. When you leave all your peas to get like this, all at once, and then pick them, your plant gets the signal that it says, oh, I have a whole lot of mature seeds on here. I can die now, because I know that with this sheer volume of seeds, and I keep finding ones that are ready, with this sheer volume of seeds, I'll be good. I can die. So it sends a signal to the plant to die. Also, it sends a signal to the plant to die, which is why this looks like this. The days are getting shorter and it's getting cooler. So the plant knows that its growing season is over. Same thing happens to those when it gets hot. It says, okay, my growing season is over. It's hot, time for me to die. So that's why I don't recommend you leave all these on here till they mature. Because if you do that, it'll take you about 2 months. You'll get a whole lot of peas. Well, for this variety, Lady Cream, these are very prolific. I'm not sure about black eyed peas. I've never grown black eyed peas. I've never grown purple hulls, but people tell me purple hulls are the same way. Y'all tell me for those that have grown them. But yeah, in 2 months, you'll get peas. Your plant will die. It's done. And you'll have to rip them out. I don't do that. As mine get ready, I pull them. I pull them. That way the plant never really gets that signal that it has enough peas on it and it can die. So that's why my plants produce all the way from when they start germinating in the spring. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm starting to get these things wild now. Because birds, I guess, carry the seeds. I got these things growing in 3 or 4 different places. Like, let me show you. See that right there? That's one. That's one right there. Look at this. That's another one. I didn't plant these over here. That's another one. Look at this. This sprang up a month ago. It's got peas on it. I'm going to let it go to the frost. And I got another one over there on by the side of the driveway. So if you ever get these peas, just know that you'll probably have them forever. But, ooh, how did I miss these? How did I miss this? It's more and more that I'm seeing is ripe. Anyway, or mature. But yeah, so that's what I do. I pick mine along and along. Oh God, that didn't even want to come off. So I pick them long and long so that my plant will continue to produce. Now, Angela's right. This ain't enough to make a pot of beans, or peas rather. No, it's not. I have dropped one. So what do? I will take these, and I'm not going to shell them right this second, but I put them in my bucket. And when I have enough to make a pot of peas, because this is what I got in here, that's more than enough. That's 2 pots of peas for me. But that would be enough for a family. If you had a family, that's enough for a family. But I have amassed that amount of peas in about a month. Like I said, I pick off of these every day. And when I get them 10 or 15 pods, I go ahead and shell them. Because it only takes me 2 or 3 minutes to shell that many pods. So with these particular peas, you can let them dry and then cook them. Now, some people prefer that their peas are still, they're not dried like that. Like when you pick them fresh, they're a little bit more, let me see if I can open some and show y'all what I'm talking about. Some of the peas, some people like their peas super fresh and they cook up faster. Like this one, this pod is ready. But if you notice the difference, can you tell one of them's a little bit more dry than the other one? See how this one is still kind of shiny? But I will pick them at this stage because those peas are mature. But I'm going to open it up. You see how those peas look? They're shiny. They're a little bit more green. Now I'm going to let them fall down in here so you can see the difference. You see the difference, how they stand out against the dried ones? You see how the dried ones are a little bit smaller and they turn a creamish tan color? Some people prefer to get the fresh peas like this. And why do they prefer them like that? They cook faster. Those peas, when they still have moisture in them, because you got to keep in mind, when you cooking dried peas, a lot of the time that you're taking to cook it, you're rehydrating them. When they're still kind of moist like that, then you're not spending any time rehydrating them. You're simply cooking them. So when they're like that, I mean 15, 20 minutes. I wouldn't go any further because then that'd be mush. I don't like mushy peas. Felix, you like mushy peas? But just like, here's another one. See, those are like I said, a little bit more. And some people also like them like this because you can't get them in the store like this. You can't get field peas, you know, this fresh like this in the store. They're always going to be dry. And some people prefer the taste. Me personally, I don't notice that much difference in a taste. I notice the difference in the cooking time more than anything. Pea overboard. And then we had a dried one down here too. So let's get that pea. We can't let y'all go to waste. But yeah, even if you're looking at it now, see how you can tell a stark difference. They're a little green, kind of lime greenish. And they will dry and they'll look just like the other ones. So yeah, that's how I do those. As far as how do I cook them like any other field pea with some kind of smoked meat. It don't matter what it is. Whatever you like. You don't have to put meat in them. You know, it's just whatever you like. But yeah, I cook them with whatever kind of smoked meat I have. You know, boil them. You know, season them how you want them. I put peppers in mine, like a little hot peppers, and I put onion, and you know, cook your stuff how you normally cook it. If you're not sure, find your recipe online. I'm trying to think, is it anything else I need to tell you guys? Oh, how many plants? And that was a good question. So this, what you see right here, all these plants are growing out of this tire. This is, I want to say 6 plants. It's 5 to 6 plants. I planted maybe 10 seeds. All of them came up, but some of them were stunted, shaded out, you know, whatever. But roughly that's how many plants I grow, 5 or 6. Now let me tell you something about peas. If you want to be able to pick enough peas at one time to eat right then to make a meal, you need to plant more peas. But let me say this here. I know people are going to say, well, I don't have space to plant more than so many plants. When it comes to these peas, believe it or not, in this one tire, this tire is 2 feet. You see where it says R24. And that's what size rim this tire goes on. So the diameter of that tire on the inside is 24 inches or 2 feet. In there, you can plant 20. Now, let me tell you this. If you're going to plant 20 in there, you're going to have to do some kind of poling or some kind of trellising. Now, yeah, my pole has fallen. I'm not even going to try to pick it up. These bamboo poles are going to go bye-bye. I'm just replacing them too much, too fast. It's not that I don't like bamboo. Bamboo works very well. I'm just tired of the weight of the peas, pulling them down, etc., etc. So I got another plant coming in. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do because these beds are still going to have trellises because I never know what I'm going to grow. Where, you know. So, yeah. You can plant 20 peas in there. Y'all stop following what it say on the back of the seed pack. I don't know what it say on the back of black eyed peas. I would venture to say it probably say space them 6 inches apart. The root systems on these, and I'll pull them and show you later when I'm pulling them out. The root systems are not big. You all do not need to plant that stuff that far apart. Especially for those of y'all that's, if you planting in ground or in a raised bed, you don't need to plant them that far apart. The root systems are very small. Plant them 2 inches apart and roll with it. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. The ones that ain't gonna make it ain't gonna make it. But if you plant 20, at least 10 will make it. Probably 15, because I'm gonna be honest, these plants here, good Lord. I mean, these are just very vigorous peas. They don't care. They grow fast, they produce fast. But if you got that many plants, you'll have more pods. And you may not be able to get enough in one day, but in a week, because like I said, I harvest off these every day. In a week, you will have enough. In 5 to 6 days, 7 days max, you'll have enough if you got 10 or 15 plants. As far as feeding them, I don't ever feed these things. They're legumes. They're nitrogen fixers. I don't feed them. Well, I take that back. I feed my whole garden, but I don't really focus on feeding this. It kind of just does what it needs to do. Field peas are notoriously known to grow in poor soils without water, because it takes them. It's somebody told me they grow purple hull peas and never water them the whole season, just relies on the rain. But they do the commercial thing. They wait to the end of the season and harvest all their peas. But they say they plants do fine, and you don't have to grow them up on the trellis. You can let them vine out all over the ground. I will tell you, get ready, because these bamboo poles were 15 feet. And it's all the way up to the top. Y'all see it out there? That's 15, 16 feet. So, you know, if you give them something to climb on, in my opinion, they do better. It's like they know, like when they start climbing and vining and wrapping around stuff, it's like they know, okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Even if you let them trellis on the ground or just crawl across the ground and wrap around each other, they know, okay, it's growth time. It's time to go. And once they start doing that, they generally take off for me. If anybody wants Lady Cream pea seeds, you saw the bucket. I got plenty. Just let me know. And I'll send you, seeds. We'll work it out. But it's starting to sprinkle on me now. So I think I have just about covered everything. If it's anything else you guys want to know in the comment section, please hit me up. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on the sugar snap type peas, which are the peas that are in the green pods, that a lot of times you eat the pods. Sometimes you shell them, but even if you cook them, a lot of times you still can cook and eat. You can eat the pods too. So I'll do a separate video on those. Like I said, any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section. And I'll get back to you. So till next time, see you guys later.